Welcome back to MIAA 360. Now we're going to head to Chappell's Restaurant in North Kansas City, where Commissioner Racy speaks with restaurant owner Jim Chappell and gets a small tour of the restaurant.
All right, well, welcome back to the MIAA 360 show, and we're very happy to be broadcasting this show from Chappell's Restaurant, and we're joined here by Jim Chappell, the restaurant owner, and Jim, Chappell's has been a iconic spot in Kansas City for many, many years. Talk to us a little bit about the restaurant.
Well, thank you for coming, and thank you for coming every month. We appreciate that. We've been here since 1986. I opened up first as a political and sports bar, and then I got the political out in about a month, and it became a sports bar. And at the time I opened it up, I wanted to look like it was open for 35 years. So I went around to all my sports friends that played professional sports or college sports, and got some for them and put them on the walls, and I wanted to make it look busy. I didn't want to have just pictures, 2 or 3 French Impressionist pictures around. I wanted to make it look like a sports bar. And so then we got started, and then one time I was reading the USA Today, and I was picked one of the top 50 in the country, the one from Missouri. And there's one from every state. And but the guy from Arizona was on the front page because he had 1,000 helmets, and I only had about 50. So I went out and got 1,000 helmets. That's how the helmets got here, and I got a lot of MIAA helmets. In fact, I got them all.
And banners, and
I got a lot of the banners from that conference, MIAA. Yeah. Sure.
Well, Jim, I know that Chappell's is a destination restaurant. A lot of people that come in town for our basketball tournament at Municipal Auditorium. I know people that come in town for the NAIA tournament, the Big 12 tournament. They've got to make sure that Chappell's is part of their stops in Kansas City. So I'm sure you see lots of basketball fans through here in the month of March.
And they're always welcome at Chappell's, and I do get a lot of basketball people, and they play at that great municipal stadium where I watched a lot of basketball in my life. It's why they call Kansas City hometown tournament.
Yeah, and Jim, I know too, when we had our MIAA officiating crew before they did the NCAA Division II football championship game, you hosted them here at Chappell's, and they also got to run into the NFL crew that was in town for the Chiefs game that weekend, right?
Yeah, and what was interesting, one of those guys graduated from Princeton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I watched him on that. I said, he did very well, though. He looked like he graduated from Princeton.
Well, I know when our supervisor of officials, Phil Laurie, organized that pregame meal, and he picked Chappell's as a place that he wanted to do
It's always great for things like that because we got this back room here, and you got privacy, and I love to have sports people in here. I love coaches too, players and coaches. Yeah.
Well, Jim, let's take a look at some of the memorabilia.
Okay, let's walk around.
Yep. I saw out here you've got a banner with McKendree, and McKendree is in the MIAA in bowling. I did not know if you knew that or not, but they're the defending NCAA national champs in bowling from the MIAA conference.
Well, I wouldn't open the place without it. But I got some better pennants than that. We want to take a look at those.
Sure.
We got a lot of MIAA things in here, and because that's a great conference and a lot of great schools in it. I want to go over here to see some pennants on the other side over here, and we'll look at some helmets.
Okay.
What I find interesting over here is I got a Emporia State Teachers College, a Kansas State Teachers College one up here.
This black pennant right here?
Yeah, that black pennant, the Kansas State Teachers College, of course, that's Emporia. And so, and I find that interesting.
Yeah.
And then we got Emporia State right behind us here. Here's an Emporia State, and there's an Emporia State there. Where that Brian Shea signed that helmet.
Yeah, that.
And he had the record for rushing that year.
He sure did. Yes, won the Harlan Hill trophy. Yeah. Yes.
And then we have over here we have a Central Missouri State helmet. But we got the pennant first.
Okay. Yeah, Warrensburg. Yeah.
That's Central Missouri State Teachers College, so that goes back also.
That's an old one. Yes.
Yeah. And so I like those two pennants especially.
And then there's the mule's helmet right up here, right?
No, this is the helmet's right here. I know where all the helmets are. This is Central Missouri State right there. And Dr. Elliott gave it to me, who was president at the time.
Sure, yeah. Jim, you said you have something in here related to Fog Allen?
Yes, I got that back here.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Fog Allen actually got his coaching start at the University of Central Missouri, and the MIAA started in 1912, and Fog Allen won our first MIAA basketball championship while at UCM. That's autographed by...
Yeah. And another great guy who I was inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame with, Kim Anderson, won your title.
Yes, exactly.
And he's a great guy and a great coach.
And now coaching at Pittsburgh State.
Yeah, he's still in the MIAA.
Yeah. Well, as you can see from the helmets, the pictures on the wall, the trophies, the pennants, Chappell's not only great food, but a sports museum and a place to come and see all of these great sites. So, Jim, thanks again for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much.
MIAA is always welcome at Chappell's.
That's great. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.